What's up, folks? This is Baxter from Collect and Destroy and the Collect and Destroy podcast, coming to you with another exclusive product reveal. Today, we're diving in and taking a closer look at the Mythic Legions action figure line from Four Horsemen Studios. Specifically, we're going to be looking at Lijae of the Elite Elven Guard and the purple heroic Armory Knight. So first, let's look at the packaging for each of these. We'll start with Lijae. Great blister on here. This is the kind of packaging where you can slide out the card out the back so that you don't damage anything. The figure can come out and go back in, whether you're a mint on card collector or you like to unbox your figures. Great artwork. There's artwork all the way around. There's a story about the Mythic Legions on the back here. I won't read the whole thing, but once there was an age so far distant that only its stories remain. These are stories of Mythos, a peaceful kingdom populated by great beasts who walk side by side with women and men in a harmonious land, brimming with joy and prosperity. Again, the story's deep, the story's long. I love it. I love a story. I love that when the figures aren't just like, hey, here's some characters, do whatever. I mean, creativity is great, imagination is great, but I love the bedrock that there is a story that is already established, and the folks at Four Horsemen Studios have definitely thought out that story. When we look at Lijae, he also has a huge story. The kingdom of Xylernia and Leandor have a long history of working together as the two most unlikely and yet also closest of allies in the Legions of Light. Along the border of these kingdoms is a blended unit comprised of soldiers from each of these heroic factions. The Elite Guard is made up of elves, half-orcs, men, minotaurs, and more. And so Lijae, he's one of those dudes. Let's dig in a little bit more on Lijae here. All right, the first thing that I note when I open this up, and you don't really see it when you're looking at the front of the package, is holy accessories. There are arms and armor, and there's a half orc head here, which is very cool. We'll look at that in a little bit. We've got an elf short sword. We've got a shield. Let's get the shield out of here. Very cool shield. A longbow, and these are highly detailed figures. So not only is there a very great story to be told before you even dig in, but the components really support what it is that they're selling. So here Lijae is, just right out of the box. No additional armor added. He's got his bow and arrows. He's chilling. All right, and now Lijae is ready for battle. What you didn't see when I was switching from one video to the next and getting this guy all decked out was the level of armor on this and the chainmail. I thought, you just pop a few things on. There was a bunch of arms and legs in here that looked like a Build-A-Figure. So I assumed, I'm like, what? How does this work? Well, literally, if you want the armor, you swap out the legs, which is pretty cool because this is a lot of extra plastic that they are giving you so that you can customize your figures and get them ready for battle. The helmet's cool because it's not a separate head. It's actually a helmet that pops on his head. Again, these are high quality figures. You will not be disappointed if you order from Four Horsemen. And this is just the beginning. The Mythic Legions is so many figures. One of my favorite parts about this Lijae figure is the half orc head. Yeah, that's badass. Look at that. Really cool. You could buy multiple of this figure and each one could look completely different based on how you deck them out, which head you use. Yeah, this is awesome. Let's check out our second Mythic Legions figure here, which is the purple Armory Knight. The Armory Knights are limited run figures, so you can only get those directly from Four Horsemen. So make sure you check out fourhorsemen.com. Check out the Armory Knights if they are available, because they are limited. Let's dig into this one. Same thing on this figure. First thing I noticed is look at all of these accessories. Each Armory Knight comes with an accessory pack, which is great for customization, army building, and again, setting that scene, whether it's on a shelf or your toy photography. Great detail on this figure. There are different heroic and evil knights in this collection in different colors. There's red, green, and purple, as we see here is the purple Armory Knight. All these figures have multiple points of articulation, so you can really get them in the poses you want. And if I didn't say it already, these are 6-inch scale. Great armor, great weapons. Mayse is really cool here. And the nice thing about the Mayse, and I'll show you in a second, is that the head of the Mayse can be swapped as well. So it's not just customizing what type of weapon, but you can customize what type of weapon is what type of weapon. Here's that other type of Mayse. So if you want to get a little more violent, a little more spiky, and you can see these figures side by side. Great colors, great design of the figures. And again, the story that they lay out for you as a collector of these figures. This is definitely a figure line I'd say you can jump in right now. There's enough that's been established. It's a very safe line, very large, very robust line. In the Mythic Legions line, Four Horsemen offer horses, steeds, bears for riding, weapons packs, head packs, just every accessory and everything that you could ever want. I think these are a very great series of action figures, and I can't wait to get my hands on more and see what they do next. I just saw them at San Diego Comic-Con. They had some really cool exclusives. There was like a Snake Man. There's all sorts of anthropomorphic characters, as well as what's cooler than a warrior riding on the back of like a giant bear. That's pretty cool. Make sure you're heading over to fourhorsemen.com. Make sure you're checking out all retailers that sell Four Horsemen products. Of course, be following Collect and Destroy at collectanddestroy.com. That's collectxdestroy.com. CollectXDestroy on all podcast platforms, social media platforms. And as always, until next time.